All right. I'm back. Made it all the way back for the 8 o'clock show. This is the third show this evening. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. What do I expect? I don't know what to expect tonight. I don't think he's going to resign from office. I think he's going to basically mumble at us for a couple minutes and then waddle off. That's probably going to be about it. I don't think he's going to give us too much. So I've got the monitor open with the network basically ready to go. We'll see when it comes out. Right now they're just showing the White House. Let me check the volume just to make sure everything is okay with that. Boom.
Antithetical to the American experiment than a monarchy. It is literally what we ran away from, what we fought to get away from to establish our...
That's working. Everything's working. Whew. How you guys doing tonight? I mean, this afternoon, 2 o'clock, we did the show with, oh my God, it seems like so far, it was a long time ago, 6 hours. That was with Bibi Netanyahu. Awesome speech. If you guys haven't seen it, you should go back and check that out. Then we just got off the rally with Trump. He timed it perfectly. He got on stage a little bit late, and he talked. We covered that, and that was amazing. He had some additional, obviously, material to work with because it's the first time he's been able to talk about Kamala Harris as being his opponent, even though right now she's not really his opponent. So, you know, who knows what's going on. So tonight, this little, whatever kind of speech it's going to be, I would think it's probably going to be a max of maybe 15 minutes. I doubt Joe's going to do much but shuffle his way out there, give a quick minute pre-read speech for about 10 or 12 minutes, and then he's going to shuffle off. I think that's just about it. Hey, Madeline, how you doing? Not sure if you were around earlier. Tracy Spence says, hey, it's probably pre-recorded. I can tell you this right now. I know of a number of highly technical type guys who are pulling this speech, pulling this feed tonight, and they're going to analyze every second of it to see if it's pre-recorded, if it's live, if it's him. I mean, people tore apart that phone call where, you know, Kamala had a rally and she played a phone call and people like, nah, that's 98% chance that was AI. So who knows what's going to go on. Jersey Girl, thank you for being back here. Where'd your thing go so fast? Okay, there's Jersey Girl. Thank you. Hello again. Barry do a game. Guess how long to the second? Man, you're going to put me there? 12 minutes and, okay, I'm going to write mine down. 12 minutes and 15 seconds. That's what I'm going to go with. 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's go ahead and see what you guys think. Some TV only have it listed for half hour. No, that the half hour listing that they're talking about is it's 8 o'clock, so they started to broadcast. They're going to keep broadcasting until he waddles out there. Then he's going to talk in my count, 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Then they're going to spend another 15, 20 minutes telling you what you just heard. Well, we don't need to talk about what we just heard. You know, if we're going to take 10 or 15 minutes afterwards, I want to hear from you what you think. Who's leading this country? I mean, at this point, I don't think he can convince anyone that he's actually in charge. I don't think that's going to happen whatsoever. Oh, wow, you're going... Joey B says 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Sandra says 16 minutes. Jeffrey Stein says 7:37. I think you got the short... Uh-oh, wait, here we go. He's here.
Fellow Americans, I'm speaking to you tonight from behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office. In this sacred space, I'm surrounded by portraits of extraordinary American presidents. Thomas Jefferson wrote the immortal words that guide this nation. George Washington, who showed us presidents are not kings. Abraham Lincoln, who implored us to reject malice. Franklin Roosevelt, who inspired us to reject fear. I revere this office, but I love my country more. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think it's more important than any title. I draw strength and I find joy in working for the American people. But this sacred task
Uh-oh.
of perfecting our union is not about me. It's about you, your families, your futures.
Is he going
It's
to do
about
it?
we, the people. And we can never forget that. And I never have. I've made it clear that I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those rare moments in history when the decisions we make now will determine our fate of our nation and the world for decades to come. America's going to have to choose between moving forward or backward, between hope and hate, between unity and division. We have to decide, do we still believe in honesty, decency, respect, freedom, justice, and democracy? In this moment, we can see those we disagree with not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. Can we do
Spit it
that?
out.
Does character in public life still matter? I believe I know the answer to these questions because I know you, the American people. And I know this: we are a great nation because we are good people. When you elected me to this office, I promised to always level with you,
Level, say
to
it.
tell you the truth.
You're done.
And the truth, the sacred cause of this country, is larger than any one of us. And those of us who cherish that cause, cherish it so much, a cause of American democracy itself, must unite to protect it. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
Get to it.
That includes personal ambition.
All right.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place
You're just
for
talking
long
about the
years of
election
experience
right
in
now.
public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now. Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president.
He's
That means I'll
staying.
continue to lower costs for hardworking families,
He's going to stay.
grow our economy. I'll keep defending our personal freedoms and our civil rights, from the right to vote to the right to choose.
He's not leaving.
I'll keep calling out hate and extremism. Make it clear there is no place in America for political violence or any violence ever, period. I'm going to keep speaking out to protect our kids from gun violence, our planet from climate crisis that is the existential threat. And I will keep fighting for my cancer moonshot so we can end cancer as we know it, because we can do it. I'm going to
not
call
leaving.
for Supreme Court reform because this is critical to our democracy, Supreme Court reform. You know, I will keep working to ensure America remains strong and secure and the leader of the free world.
You're an embarrassment.
I'm the first president in this century to report to the American people that the United States is not at war anywhere in the world. We'll keep rallying a coalition of proud nations to stop Putin from taking over Ukraine and doing more damage. We'll keep NATO stronger, and I'll make it more powerful and more united than any time in all of our history. I'll keep doing the same for our allies in the Pacific. You know, when I came to office, the conventional wisdom was that China would inevitably surpass the United States. That's not the case anymore. And I'm going to keep working to end the war in Gaza, bring home all the hostages,
You didn't even
and
meet
bring
with
peace and
Bibi.
security to the Middle East and end this war. We're also working around the clock to bring home Americans being unjustly detained all around the world. You know, we've come so far since my inauguration. On that day, I told you, as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter of peril and a winter of possibilities. Peril and possibilities. We were in the grip of the worst pandemic in a century. The worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. The worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. But we came together as Americans, and we got through it. We emerged stronger, more prosperous, and more secure. Today we have the strongest economy in the world, creating nearly 16 million new jobs, a record. Wages are up. Inflation continues to come down.
If it's so great,
the
why are you
racial
quitting?
wealth gap is the lowest it's been in 20 years. We're literally rebuilding our entire nation, urban, suburban, rural, and tribal communities. Manufacturing has come back to America. We're leading the world again in chips and science and innovation.
Then why are you quitting?
We finally beat Big Pharma after all these years to lower the cost of prescription drugs for seniors. And I'm going to keep fighting to make sure we lower the cost for everyone, not just seniors.
Thank you, Johnny.
More people have health care today in America than ever before. And I signed one of the most significant laws helping millions of veterans and their families who are exposed to toxic materials. You know, most significant climate law ever in the history of the world. The first major gun safety law in 30 years. And today, the violent crime rate is at a 50-year low. We're also securing our border. Border crossings are lower today than when the previous administration left office.
Oh my God.
I've kept my commitment to appoint the first black woman to the Supreme Court of the United States of America.
Oh, so she is a DEI
I also kept
hire.
my commitment
He just
to have an
admitted it.
administration that looks like America and be a president for all Americans. That's what I've done. I ran for president 4 years ago because I believed and still do that the soul of America was at stake. The very nature of who we are was at stake. And that's still the case.
Still the case.
America's an idea. An idea stronger than any army, bigger than any ocean, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant. It's the most powerful idea in the history of the world. That idea is that we hold these truths to be self-evident.
The thing.
We're all created equal, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We've never fully lived up to it, to this sacred idea, but we've never walked away from it either. And I do not believe the American people will walk away from it now. In just a few months, the American people will choose the course of America's future. I made my choice. I've made my views known. I would like to thank our great Vice President Kamala Harris. She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable. She's been an incredible partner to me and a leader for our country. Now the choice is up to you, the American people. When you make that choice, remember the words of Benjamin Franklin hanging on my wall here in the Oval Office, alongside the busts of Dr. King and Rosa Parks and Cesar Chavez. When Ben Franklin was asked, as he emerged from the convention going on, whether the founders have given America a monarchy or republic, Franklin's response was, a republic, if you can keep it. A republic, if you can keep it. Whether we keep our republic is now in your hands. My fellow Americans, it's been the privilege of my life to serve this nation for over 50 years. Nowhere else on earth could a kid with a stutter, from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Claymont, Delaware, one day sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office as President of the United States. But here I am. That's what's so special about America. We're a nation of promise and possibilities, of dreamers and doers, of ordinary Americans doing extraordinary things. I've given my heart and my soul to our nation, like so many others. I've been blessed a million times in return with the love and support of the American people. I hope you have some idea how grateful I am to all of you. The great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule, the people do. History is in your hands. The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands. We just have to keep faith, keep the faith, and remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's simply nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. So let's act together. Preserve our democracy. God bless you all.
That's it.
May God protect our troops. Thank you.
All right, whoever said 11 minutes or so, you are the winner. Went about 11 minutes, and I don't know what the hell he just said. I really don't. I mean, you're telling me that this guy just said what? Did you hear him say? Well, actually, we did hear him say, he goes, I'm going to keep working for the next 6 months. So he's not resigning, but he didn't say why he's pulling out of the race. Why are you, quote, passing the baton? Why are you passing the torch to Kamala? Well, I mean, we know you're being forced to do it. They are telling you you have to do it. Now get out there and make this concession speech and talk to America, which I'm sure CNN, MSNBC, and all the networks are going to say was an amazing speech. It was glorified. It was just the best thing America needs right now. He's bringing America together. He's unifying America. No, he's not. You'd have to be a complete imbecile to have watched that 10 or 11 minute thing. I won't call it a speech. He just read whatever was on the screen. There was nothing heartfelt about it. If you were going to quit, say, hey, listen, I'm not going to run for president because ... Did you guys hear that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any explanation to the American people whatsoever why you were choosing to not be here, to run for president. And I knew you wouldn't say it because you can't say what the reason is because it would tie into the fact of why are you still here? I mean, they're trying to have, at this point, the Democrats are trying to have it both ways. Hey, listen, we're not going to keep you running because we know you can't do it, but we're going to keep you as the puppet here so that you can sign shit when we need it and help destroy America in the next 6 months. We need your signature on things. Forget the tweets by the staffers. Forget the little meetings. This is the lamest of lame duck things I've ever seen. And you watch, he's going to sign executive order after executive order. The Republicans are going to have to sue him, take him to court because he's going to do everything because at this point he's a rubber stamp. He's not even a puppet. Here, sign this. That's basically what it's going to be. For the next 6 months, whatever they can come up with, whatever's in their mind that they think they can do, he is going to do it because he's told to, and we have no say over it. Who knows what kind of damage these people will try to enact on this country in the next 6 months. That was ludicrous. I mean, absolutely absurd. He'd never, if he wanted to be straight, he never gave anyone a reason. He didn't speak whatsoever to the cause of him dropping out. Hey, listen, I just don't have it in me. You know, I don't have it in my heart to run for another term. No, man, what's wrong? Why are you not running? And who told you you had? We've been lied to. This is worse and worse. Who's running the country at this point? And yeah, worse and worse. Biden is puke. And I think what you're going to see is he just hurt whatever chances she had. Did you notice what he said? And a couple of you guys did notice it. He confirmed she was a DEI hire. I can't wait till Trump cuts that part out. You just confirmed it. This woman was a DEI hire. I hired her because she was black. Oh, now you said it. We've all been saying it for the last couple of days since we knew she was running. We called it. We said she was a DEI hire. People went on CNN and said, if you use the term DEI hire, you are basically saying the N-word. You just confirmed it. This is going to hurt her even more than she's already. I don't think he wants her to run. I don't know who wrote that speech, but somebody must have said, you know what? When we get to talking about Kamala, we can't say this because it would confirm what people have already been saying. So let's not keep this in the speech. Which, for the conspiracy theorists out there, which I'm not going there, I'll wait till people pull this speech apart. Perhaps he didn't know when they recorded this that there was going to be an uproar about her being a DEI hire. There's no way you make that speech, leave that part of that speech in there if you know she's being called a DEI hire. Yeah, well, I picked her because she was the black woman. Wow. I bet Obama made him drop out, and Michael Michelle will be dropped in there for his fourth term. And, somebody just said it. Biden had an opportunity to be honest, and he just dug deeper. He said the border is basically in a better shape now than it was when Trump was in office. Are you friggin' kidding me? What a liar. Antoniak, thank you very, very much for that $10. Thank you. I can't believe that was something that came out of his mouth. That's the best they could come up with. He never said vote for. Interesting. He never said please vote for Kamala. Nope. Valerie, you're absolutely right. We can't assume that Trump will win. As he just said, we have to swamp it, make it too big to rig. He was talking about the justice, not Kamala. No, he actually said vice president. If you rewind, it's not that long. You can rewind it and watch it again. He said the vice president. WAPO's going to give him 5. Yes, pre-recorded is way past his bedtime. It's crazy. This was recorded. They wouldn't. Wait a minute. What's it say here? This was recorded. They wouldn't let him say that now after the DEI accusations. No, wouldn't even come out with that. Had to have been pre-recorded, which is yet another scam they're perpetrating on Americans. They expected you to believe that was a live speech. Ain't buying it. Joe just endorsed Trump. Yeah, I feel that way. Man, I believe it too. Red Maine. I think he just screwed Kamala. I think that was maybe his way, maybe Jill's way, maybe Hunter. Somebody figured out how can we twist the screws on her. We can basically say we're passing the torch without encouraging you to vote for her, and then at the same time, since they know this border czar thing is up there, saying that it's the best border in how long? That's completely insane. But right now, it's 8:20. I guarantee you, once we get off here, which we shortly, and you look at CNN or MSNBC, they're going, oh, it was such a statesman's speech. He was so presidential. We're watching a movie. We are watching a really bad movie. We're watching these people look at us in the face and expect that we're all stupid. We're all dumb. And Jill wrote the speech. If Jill wrote it, yeah, that's what she did. But she's not even here. She left him. I did notice this too. There were a couple glitches in the video. That wasn't me. I didn't hit any buttons. I didn't want to even try and do anything in case it skipped. The video itself skipped. That was pre-recorded. I think people who in the know, producers out there who can look at video and go, no, that's not live. That's not live whatsoever. So, the White House is somebody said, who's running the country? Take bets. It's Obama. Yeah. Did you hear the rumor of him already passing away? Yes, I did hear that. I think a lot of us have heard that. That didn't go anywhere close to basically making that subside. Now, here's what's going to be very interesting. You're going to stay on for the next 6 months. Okay. When's your next public appearance where people can actually see you walking from the White House, maybe to the helicopter, on the lawn, up close and personal? I doubt we hear a press conference from him in the next 6 months. I doubt we see any world leaders coming to the White House to meet with Joe Biden. What are they going to do for this weekend at Bernie's dilemma that they seem to have at this point? And here's where it's really going to get fun. Count on this. Trump is going to demand from Kamala Harris to prove that Joe's still alive, that Joe's still in control. Prove it. Prove right now that he is. So you're like, Barry, how could she possibly prove it? Go take a picture with him and then show up that day wearing those clothes. Hey, here's me and Joe talking about how we're going to go forward with things. Okay, now show up and do something. You know, we're here. Let's see what's coming up. Labor Day's coming up. All right. So Labor Day 2024. There's got to be some event going on at the White House. Got to be something happening where he could walk out onto the lawn, you know, show people that he's actually there. If he doesn't do some live event in front of actual people, it's going to screw Kamala Harris. Did I say that in the same sentence? Yeah, unbelievable. Remember, the videos that they were making when they were making talking heads, heard say whatever they wanted. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to come out. The White House has writers. I know one. He sits in an open-air coffee house near a resort. Worst president in nation's history. So let's find out. Was this an actual speech? How do you prove it's Joe? That's true. It's going to have to be something where it's up close, where people who know him, you know, some of these reporters, he's going to have to. There's no way they can pull off this stunt for 6 months. It is going to become a problem for their election, their convention. Are you telling me you're not going to even go to the convention? That would be the first telltale. You tell me Joe Biden, the sitting president, who's a Democrat, is not going to even show up for the convention? Oh, or maybe they're going to cancel the convention and just say, yeah, Kamala's it. Something ain't right here. I don't want to be a a conspiracy theorist, but we need better than this, man. We deserve better than this. But in any event, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, that was your president. No words. Thank you for, if you've been through with all 3 videos today, thank you. If not, I'd love to know, you know, that is not Biden, it's AI. We're going to hear a lot of stuff. Kamala, you got a big virtual convention, so they never have to show him. Peter Doocy will let us know only if Peter Doocy can see him. I think they're going to hide this guy away. Hey, Tommy, Barry, it was the AI that glitched, not him. Disney. The fact that we even have to be discussing this shows there's a problem. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm out. Whoever said it was about 11 minutes hit it very close to the head. Thanks for tuning in. We had three great shows. Thank you. This one was short. I knew it'd be short. I knew he'd get out of there because he's got nothing.